Good evening, everyone, and we welcome you into the Den here on the campus of Bluffton High School, where tonight the WHHI Boys Basketball Series continues with the Bluffton Bobcats hosting the Beaufort Eagles. I'm Chris Tremblay, joined by Marcus Walsh. And Marcus, this is the last regular season game for both these teams, but fortunately for them, both of them have qualified for the postseason.
Yeah, you take a look at these two teams, Chris. We saw Beaufort the other night. They are really, really powerful, really explosive on the inside. It's going to be a big game for them to try to limit the mistakes. The great thing for Bluffton, what they've got going this year, the injury bug, like with most teams, has really hit them. They've been playing with 8 players all year, and they've done a really nice job. Really good record. They're playing really hard for Coach 2. These two teams in this area of the country should be really good to watch in the postseason.
Let's start out talking a little bit about Beaufort, a team that only had 2 wins last year. They've come back, they come into this one at 10-14, 2-3 in the region, but vastly improved, led by Trey Hayward, who we saw played a terrific game the other night.
He was outstanding the other night. I look for him to just continue that success. He's going to have to go up against some really good athletes to do it. I look for Bluffton to really try to press him hard because he's one of the keys for Beaufort. I look for him to just control the offense, though. I look for him to have a really good game here tonight. Show, again, what kind of athlete he is.
One of the things that Beaufort is going to have to deal with tonight is a much bigger team that they've played most of the season. This Bluffton squad, this is a big team. Even though they're only down to 8 active players for tonight, you know, they've got a squad that can probably win a couple of these playoff games. And like I said, they're pretty big.
They are. Ramel Rivers is one guy to look out for here tonight. I saw him against May River last year, and he just tore this place up. He's a big factor of Coach 2's team. I look for just consistent ball play by both teams, and particularly this crowd, this home environment. It gets crazy in here, Chris. I don't know if this is the first time you've been here at this basketball environment. Kevin and I were here last year. Kevin Libby, shout out to him. He and I were here, and it was nuts here last year. I'm really excited for this game. It's going to be great.
So you're saying it's a tough place for the visitors to come in and get a W?
It certainly can be. It gets loud. It gets hostile at times. I look for both teams to play very physical basketball within themselves. These are 2 great teams. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight.
These 2 teams met back on January 25th. Bluffton came away with a 63-61 victory. I think we've got a good one here tonight. When we come back, we're going to see what the coaches have to say right after this.
At Georgia Southern University, we're setting the standard for higher education in Southeast Georgia on 3 exciting campuses in Savannah, Statesboro, and Hinesville. We're offering more opportunities for hands-on learning, more ways to help our students find a career, and more economic impact on our region. At Georgia Southern University, discover more, connect more, be more. Florida and South Carolina residents get in-state tuition at our Armstrong and Liberty campuses.
One part of the comfort we find in our homes is peace of mind.
That's right, Dad.
And knowing that things are being taken care of. And yet, most people wait until they have a breakdown to call a heating and air conditioning company. We have a different idea. With the Superior Heating and Air membership, you've got us on your side to keep things from going wrong. The Superior membership includes all of your maintenance visits as well as any repairs you may need throughout the year. Our clients feel it even pays for itself. Call us anytime, as we never close.
Hilton Head PSD offers convenient and secure online billing. Just have your PSD bill handy and click on the online bill payment button at WHHPSD.com. You'll be guided through the steps to establish your online billing account. Their payment options allow you to set up recurring credit card payments, you can view your consumption history, and more. Remember to have your PSD bill handy when you visit WHHPSD.com to get started. Hilton Head PSD, we're always working for you.
For the second game in a row, we welcome in the visiting coach once again. We'll get a home game at some point. Will Lowther of the Beaufort Eagles. Coach, thanks so much for spending a little time with us.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you being here. Thank you.
Nice win last game against Hilton Head. It started out a little slow. You really picked it up. What did you like that you saw?
Our ability to respond was really good. Like I said, we got off to a slow start, but we kept chipping away. We stuck with the game plan. Our zone offense, we started passing the ball a lot better. And we found the middle of the zone, and we got quality looks. And then we also defended really well. But it was good to see us respond when we got down early.
I saw in that game more than anything all of the second and third chances you've got. I mean, really crashing the boards on offense.
Yes, sir, and it's going to be a little different tonight with Bluffton's size. We're going to have to find a way to negate that, but we're still going to have 3, 4, and 5 crash the glass. We're still going to try to get our guys active, but it's going to be a little more challenge with Bluffton's size, though.
Well, that's where I was going next. Obviously, a disappointing 2-point loss last time you played them a couple weeks ago. Besides what you just mentioned, what else do you feel like needs to happen tonight?
Yeah, besides negating their size, we got to do a good job getting back in transition. We got to sprint back. We got to make them set up and play in the half court. Then we got to do a good job of guarding the ball. We got to keep it in front of us. We can't have breakdowns. We can't let guys drive past us. Then we got to finish with rebounds. So if we can sprint back, guard the ball, and then rebound, I feel like we'd be successful tonight.
Let's talk about the accomplishments of your squad this year. Last year, the team only won 2 games. We're double digits now. You won your 10th game the other night. How proud are you of these young men?
Very proud. We challenged them early on. We set some lofty goals, coming into this year with a new program, new head coach, new coaching staff, and they responded really well. They accepted us right away, and they got to work, and just proud of all the guys. And got 3 seniors we hope to keep playing for a little while, and we want to push this thing out as far as we can.
Trey Hayward, our MVP last game against Hilton Head, very, very impressive. He really commands the court when he's out there, doesn't he?
Yes, sir. He does a great job just facilitating. He can shoot it when he's open. He does a good job getting to the rim, getting to the basket, and creating for his teammates. Then also he's a catalyst for us defensively. He does a good job on the ball. And, when he's on the court and he's making right decisions, he's a good ball player.
Coach, thanks so much. Best of luck tonight and moving into the postseason.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
When we come back, we'll have Bluffton head coach Michael Tu right after this pregame timeout.
Elite Physical Therapy has enjoyed being your physical therapy provider for the past 10 years. They focus their attention individually with each and every patient, providing a hands-on approach to accelerate your recovery so you can get back to the active lifestyle to which you're accustomed. At Elite Physical Therapy, you'll be treated by the same licensed physical therapist every session to work towards goals you set together. Take control of your health care and choose the best in physical therapy.
And we welcome in Bluffton head coach Michael Tu. Coach, thanks so much for spending a little time with us tonight.
Glad to do it. Good to be here.
To say the least, your season has certainly been a challenge from the standpoint of roster. You've had a successful season. You have a winning record coming in. You're going to be in the postseason. But a lot has gone on for your squad this year.
Well, we certainly don't look like the team that we started out with in November and then started up with the games in December. Had a lot of changes. Had a guy unexpectedly move away. We had some guys go down with injuries. Young man decided to really make sure he had all his ducks in a row to go on and play football. So it has been a challenge, to say the least. But I'm real proud of these guys, our core group, the way they've kept battling. They've stayed so positive. We've really been able to accomplish some things that I didn't think we would be able to.
As we move into tonight's game, 2 of you on the roster right now are injured, so you've only got 8 to go tonight. Is that right?
I only have 8 tonight. One of those 8 is actually a kid we pulled up a week or so ago from JV, and so we'll have 8 in uniform tonight. And I actually will have to use some timeouts. Not just to make adjustments on the court, but let those guys get a blow and get some air in them.
With the postseason coming up, as we were talking about before we came on air, you're going to be able to get enough players now with the JV squad to go ahead and scrimmage, because with a team of only 8, it's kind of hard to do that.
Like I said, it's really, really been challenging, and I commend how our guys have done. I'm so excited about Monday's practice because it's really going to be about the first time in 3 weeks with us pulling a couple of JV kids up. We'll actually be able to have some live scrimmaging. I'll have a group to run some Scout O or Scout D that the opposing team runs. So I'm ready for Monday.
I'm sure you are. A couple weeks ago, you had a tough-fought 2-point victory over Beaufort. You know, what went well in that game, and what do you have to do tonight to come out on top again?
Well, early on, we did a good job of getting the ball in the interior. We were successful there. Later on, we were good hitting from the perimeter. Beaufort has been improving every game. You can really tell. I'm worried to death about tonight, and we've just got to take care of the ball. That same old adage that all coaches always say: we can't have any wasted trips. We got to take care of the ball, and we got to keep them off the glass.
Coach, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck tonight and moving forward into the postseason.
Thank you very much.
When we come back, we'll have the opening tip right after this.
Be a part of something great. Join the First Federal Bank family. A history of strength and a vision for the future. First Federal Bank is focused on vibrant communities, successful schools, growing businesses, and financial stability. We're honored and grateful to be voted again by the community as the 2018 Beaufort Gazette Reader's Choice Award for Best Bank, and we look forward to continuing to be Beaufort and Port Royal's full-service community bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Beam Graphics Printing Company. We specialize in custom printing, screen printing, embroidery, engraving, trophies, team uniforms, business uniforms, signs and banners, and much more. We are conveniently located in the heart of Bluffton at 12 Johnston Way across from the post office. For all your printing needs, call the locals at Beam Graphics, 843-837-9663. You can also check us out online at beamgraphics.com and like us on Facebook for specials and design ideas.
Let's meet tonight's starters. First, for Beaufort High School. Number 1, Trey Hayward. Number 2, Jamad Rivers. Number 3, Desmond Gilliard. Number 4, Oliver Holmes. And number 32, Warren Dickens. And now let's meet tonight's starters for your Bluffton Bobcats. A junior, number 10, Tyler Rice. A junior, number 44, Lee Kirkland. A senior, number 22, John McCants. A senior, number 21, Donovan Raines. And a senior, number 2, Ramel Rivers.
And we are ready to get started here from the nest on the campus of Bluffton High School. The final regular season game for both teams. Beaufort will control the tap. Trey Hayward, he'll be your main guy tonight, guiding the Beaufort Eagles. He'll be at the point most of the night. They're coming off a 6-point victory over Hilton Head High the other night. And Hayward's not afraid to go ahead and drive, that's for sure. Kicked back out. 3-point try there by Oliver Holmes. Rebound brought down by Tyler Rice, and here come the Bobcats. Shot put up there. Comes off. Offensive rebound. Bluffton with a decisive height advantage in this one. And Hayward comes away with the ball. Moving it around, and that's what they do. They move the ball well. They got off to a slow start the other night. Long three-pointer tried by Jamad Rivers, but he'll go to the foul line, and he'll have a chance for 3 free throws.
That's going to be a big key in this game tonight, Chris. Whether they can sink free throws, we've talked about it a lot in the games that we've done together. It's a huge key coming off a big game the other night against Hilton Head. We'll see what happens.
Rivers misses the first. Something Beaufort did pretty well against Hilton Head was shoot their free throws.
Yes.
And Rivers is 0 for 2. The 5'11 junior comes in as their leading scorer, about 17 points a game. And he finally gets one to fall, so we have our first, we usually say points of the night, we have our first point of the night. Here comes Lee Kirkland. Gives it off there to Ramal Rivers, and Ramal Rivers, who's a quarterback on this team, he's going to go ahead and try to make some things happen. They go into the big fella. Kirkland takes it with one hand, knocks it off the backboard, and Bluffton gets on the board.
You know, I talked about Ramel Rivers in the pregame open, but another guy you got to watch out for that got a huge ovation in pregame introductions is Donovan Raines. Donovan Raines can do everything, too. He's got a lot of height. He's going to be a big key to this Bluffton offense.
Here comes Ramel Rivers, and we're going to have a travel call there. Couldn't quite get his footing. The ball will go back over to Beaufort. As we mentioned, both of these teams will be in the postseason. Beaufort comes in at 10-14 after only 2 wins in last year's season. Bluffton comes in at 14-7. Trey Hayward now moving it around. He's going to reset things. The Beaufort team tonight's going to need to be patient.
Oh, yeah.
And Hayward, like we said, is going to go ahead and take it when he can. Here comes Lee Kirkland after a loose ball. He's going to give it right off there to Ramel Rivers, who can't capitalize, and Beaufort gets the rebound.
It's like I talked about as well in the open, Chris. Beaufort just doesn't have to worry about facing a very tough Bluffton team. They've got to worry about the environment, the crowd. Everything looks like it could be in the way of Bluffton tonight, but we'll see. You keep knocking shots down like that, we expect a tight game all the way through. That's a big, big shot knocked down right there.
Jamad Rivers throws down a Georgia Southern three-pointer. Here's Lee Kirkland again, and he was fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2. So Jamad Rivers knocks down the first Georgia Southern three-pointer of the evening. Beaufort leads it 4-2. Interesting, Bluffton has nobody underneath the basket. And quite possibly, Marcus, that's to rest the fellas. They've got a squad of only 8 guys, as Michael, too, mentioned to me before the game, their head coach, that, you know, there's going to be times where he's going to have to call a timeout just to give them a break.
Yeah, that's very true. A lot of injuries to this Bluffton team this year, but they're playing outstanding basketball in spite of that. And it helps, obviously, too, as we talked about before, when you know you're getting into the playoffs.
Lee Kirkland knocks down his second. Oliver Holmes tries a long one, comes up on the left side, doesn't have it fall. Jamad Rivers will now put up a Georgia Southern three-pointer. That doesn't go. Rebound brought down there by Tyler Rice. Here come the Bobcats. Throws it underneath there to Donovan Raines. Rivers throws it up, goes off the backboard. And one thing we've seen this year, Marcus, they're not shy to put it up from Treyville.
That's right.
Oh, and there was the up and under try for Trey Hayward. Unfortunately, hit the underside of the basket.
2 of the guys that are out for Bluffton, Jaden Chance broke his leg earlier in the year, and then Jatadlian Mosley sprained knee.
Nice pass in there to Donovan Raines. He puts Bluffton up on top now, 5-4. Bluffton trying to be patient with it, throws it out. Jamad Rivers going to try another three-pointer. He comes up empty. And you almost wonder, Marcus, at what point do they decide maybe we should just keep working and see if we can get it inside?
Right, absolutely, Chris. You're spot on that point.
Bluffton now working it around the perimeter. Ramal Rivers signaling looking for the give and go to Kirkland. Kirkland wasn't able to get off the pick quick enough, and the ball's going to come back the other way. These two teams very evenly matched, as is evident by the 2-point victory by Bluffton back on January 25th, 63-61. Here comes Bluffton there. Tyler Rice picks up the loose ball. He almost lost it and almost gets it tied up. He tries to dish it off now. Throws it over to Rivers on the right side, who throws it into Lee Kirkland, and he's fouled there by Warren Dickens. And you can kind of see how that might be a recipe that's going to work for Bluffton tonight, is trying to find a way to feed it into Lee Kirkland.
He's a big enforcer inside, and he's going to be a big key. Matching up against some of the toughness and physicality that we saw that Beaufort had against Hilton Head, I expect Kirkland to be touching the rock a lot tonight.
Ramel Rivers from Treyville, and he buries one. A Georgia Southern three-pointer.
That's the Ramel Rivers that I remember seeing from a year ago. He could just knock it down from that bonus land territory. Beautiful shot right there.
Nice quick pass inside. Zyron Odom decided not to go for it. Drive taken to the hoop there by Oliver Holmes. And he'll go to the line for two. Holmes had 16 against Hilton Head the other night, the 6-foot sophomore. I'm sure Coach Will Lowther's very excited that he'll have him back for 2 more years.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
And the nice soft touch, first one drops. .251 left here in the first quarter. Bluffton leads at 8-5. And he knocks down number 2 to cut the Bluffton lead to 2 points. Lee Kirkland, you'll recognize him from Bluffton football that we covered this past fall. And we'll once again be covering next fall. And there it is right there. We called it. Inside pass to Kirkland. The 6'4 junior comes in averaging 9.5 points, 12 boards a game. And Trey Hayward was looking there for Oliver Holmes, who wasn't quite ready, and the ball will go back over to Bluffton. Our officials for tonight are Kyle Buskowski, Abraham Simon, and Eric McClary. And there's a nice play by Oliver Holmes as he picks one off, goes to Jamad Rivers, and Rivers puts it down.
Those 3 officials were very busy in the girls' game. I look for a lot of the same because of the physicality that both these teams have. And
these officials always end up doing double duty. And let's see who they're going to call this off of. They're going to call it off of Bluffton, and Beaufort will get the ball back. Here comes Brandon Cox with it, over to Jamad Rivers. Trey Hayward taking a little rest. Ball goes back out to Oliver Holmes, swings it over to Rivers. He's not shy to try another three-pointer. It goes off the rim up to the top of the backboard, and that'll go over to the Bobcats.
Michael, too, had a very successful 17-18 record with these guys a year ago. Went 15-9, and with having Rivers and Raines and Kirkland and Sandgren back, yeah, they lost Jermaine Patterson and Richard Jenkins and a couple other guys, but having those 4 guys back, 2 of them, of course, I've mentioned throughout this broadcast so far, that's a big key for Michael, too, to have those guys and have them for a while, and they're showing off already so far in this one.
Well, we saw a young Hilton Head team last week that, definitely is going to improve over time. Long three-pointer there by Tyler Rice as he knocks down the Georgia Southern three-pointer. Brandon Cox moving it around the top of the key here. You wonder how long before they'll put Trey Hayward back in. Jamad Rivers answers with a Georgia Southern three-pointer.
That was a great job working the ball around the perimeter. I was wondering if they were going to try to attack that defense of Bluffton being Beaufort, but they didn't. They continued to work outside, knocked down the three, splash-tastic.
Jamad Rivers never shy to put up the three-pointer.
That's right.
There's another try right there, and the three-pointers are raining down now. Another Georgia Southern three-pointer.
That's just like how we like it, right?
Elite Physical Therapy. Be an advocate for your health care. You have a choice. Choose the best. Elite Physical Therapy. Oliver Holmes now. He takes it and knocks down another tray. Mike Rickenbosch Chevrolet. Before you buy, give us a try.
On that last three, the net needed fixed. He decided,
I'm just going to do it on my own.
Oh, my.
And as the first quarter buzzer goes off, we're having a tray fest here. Bluffton leads at 16-14. We'll be back right after this.
One part of the comfort we find in our homes is peace of mind.
That's right, Dad.
And knowing that things are being taken care of. And yet, most people wait until they have a breakdown to call a heating and air conditioning company. We have a different idea. With the Superior Heating and Air membership, you got us on your side to keep things from going wrong. The Superior membership includes all of your maintenance visits as well as any repairs you may need throughout the year. Our clients feel it even pays for itself. Call us anytime, as we never close.
Hilton Head PSD offers convenient and secure online billing. Just have your PSD bill handy and click on the online bill payment button at WHHITV.com. You'll be guided through the steps to establish your online billing account. Their payment options allow you to set up recurring credit card payments, you can view your consumption history, and more. Remember to have your PSD bill handy when you visit WHHPSD.com to get started. Hilton Head PSD, we're always working for you.
Well, Marcus, pretty exciting first quarter there. We certainly had our share of three-pointers. And speaking of the Georgia Southern three-pointer, we have to remind our viewers that Florida and South Carolina residents receive in-state tuition at our campuses in Savannah and Hinesville. Visit georgiasouthern.edu/border states. That's georgiasouthern.edu/border states. Bluffton takes it out to start the second quarter. Lee Kirkland on the left side, throws it on in there to Donovan Raines, who tries to make something happen, lost it on his way up. Brandon Cox comes down with it. Over to Jamad. I'm not afraid to put it up from three. Rivers. And the ball goes off, and Bluffton's going to get it back.
That was a Chris Bermanism you just
That was,
there.
huh?
You created that on the spot.
We got a new
well
one.
Done.
And here comes Tyler Rice. He's running with it, and he's going to get fouled. And he's going to go to the line for two. And once again, very interesting. We're seeing Bluffton line up with no men underneath. And probably a real good move by Michael, too. I mean, you know, how often do you see somebody come in and get that rebound? And at this point of the game, there's no reason to press it. And Rice misses the first.
And with the playoffs right around the corner, too, Chris, it's easy to just kind of say, we'll take our chances with the guy we've got at the line, and then playing defense, playing with that very limited roster. You want everybody healthy for the playoff run.
Rice converts the second. Brandon Cox out running things now, throws it over to Holmes, who tries a three-pointer, just misses. Ball comes, and here comes Donovan Raines. And he wants to take it to the hoop. Tries the left hand. Let's see what they get. They get a blocking foul on Brandon Cox. He was trying for the charge. But they said he had his feet moving just a little bit.
Yep.
Rains comes in, misses the first. Donovan Rains, the 6'3" junior, comes in averaging 12 points a game and 8 rebounds. Between he and Lee Kirkland, they're gathering 20 boards a game. And the second one just a little strong. Bluffton leads it 17-14 here in the second quarter. Nice pass inside. Jamad Rivers takes it and he walks with it, and the ball will come over to Bluffton. Something we saw Beaufort do quite a few times early on in the Hilton Head game.
Yeah, and I think Bluffton's got to do a better job of protecting the perimeter on the defensive end. They know that Beaufort's going to be shooting those threes. They've seen it. Way too much action in the paint where nobody is. That's not good for the spacing. That's not good for trying to eliminate that three ball.
Ramel Rivers threw it over there to Eric Eastham, who missed. Here comes Jamad Rivers. He throws it underneath, and now he's going to reset things. Give it back to Brandon Cox if he can, and let Brandon reset it a little bit. Beaufort just patiently working it around, but Eric Eastham goes ahead and intercepts it, and he's going to take it to the hoop. Nice play by Eric Eastham, the 6'1" sophomore. So heads up play, he got right in the passing lane, took it down, waited for the defender to go by, and laid it up off the glass. Ooh, and Jamad Rivers wanted to try that one, Marcus.
Yes, he
did. He did. Yeah, he's going to try this. Oh, thought he was going to do it.
Maybe now.
Maybe now. Yeah, he's going to do it now. Off the front of the rim, and here comes Bluffton.
He should have tried one of those first two.
Nice play there by Ramel Rivers, not able to convert, and here comes Jamad Rivers the other way. And Lee Kirkland probably, if he'd stayed his ground, would have drawn the charge, but he fell backwards just a little too early, but Bluffton will get the ball back.
To use something that Bill Raftery says all the time in calling college games, he did not get the kiss.
He did not get the kiss off the glass.
No, or the rim for that matter. I mentioned earlier that the iron is not deficient, and it certainly was not right there again.
Both of these teams are moving up and down the court pretty well. Trey Hayward, the usual point man for Beaufort's been out for the last 5 or 6 minutes. We wonder if maybe he's injured or if Coach Will Lowther's just giving him a little bit of a rest here.
Hopefully it's the second option.
Yes, because we didn't see anything happen. Kirkland throws it on in there. Kirkland's going to take it and drive, and he's going to lay it up and in. So the big fellow with the kiss.
That was too easy, too. He had a step or two on his closest defender. Great job by Kirkland using that strength and power. Get inside, put it up, and get it to
He just turned the corner and up and went. Sure enough, it went. Three-pointer tried there by Oliver Holmes comes down to the tidy hands of Donovan Rains. Ramel Rivers is going to reset things for them. Ball into Kirkland. Tried to get the ball in there to Tyler Rice, knocked out of bounds. Bluffton will keep it. Don't forget to stick around at halftime for the Mike Rickenbaugh Chevrolet halftime show. Marcus and I will be recapping the first half, and we'll be talking with Cody Slaughter, the Bluffton AD. And speaking of Mike Rickenbaugh Chevrolet, before you buy, give us a try. Oliver Holmes takes it and looked like he took a little walk there, but nobody called it, and here come the Bobcats. Ramel Rivers bringing it down the right side. Nice pass inside to Tyler Rice, who wasn't able to handle it. And the ball's going to come back the other way. Maybe Trey Hayward took a little break and went and saw Elite Physical Therapy. Be an advocate for your health care. You have a choice. Choose the best. Elite Physical Therapy. Jamad Rivers now out at the point. Beaufort trails by 7 now. They've got to be careful they don't let this start to slip away. Nice play there by Desmond Galliard, not able to get it to go. Eric Eastham brings it down, and Ramel Rivers has the ball, and he's going to take his time bringing it up for Bluffton.
Big key for Beaufort here. Try to do something to knock it away from these very tough Bluffton Bobcats. They couldn't do it.
Donovan Raines with the miss. Tyler Rice right there to clean it up.
Tyler Rice turned 17 today.
And we're probably going to have an over and back there. Actually, the ball went out of bounds. And Beaufort now getting a little sloppy. They trail it by 9 with 3:31 left here in the second quarter. And we're going to have a timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Elite Physical Therapy has enjoyed being your physical therapy provider for the past 10 years. They focus their attention individually with each and every patient, providing a hands-on approach to accelerate your recovery so you can get back to the active lifestyle to which you're accustomed. At Elite Physical Therapy, you'll be treated by the same licensed physical therapist every session to work towards goals you set together. Take control of your health care and choose the best in physical therapy.
As we come back here with 3:31 left in the second quarter, Bluffton leads it here at the Den, 23-14. They won the first matchup between these two teams back on January 25th, 63-61. Ball over there to Trey Brown. Throws it into Kirkland underneath to Brown, who tries one from over his back, and he was fouled by John Ty Murray. So a little bit of an acrobatic shot by Trey Brown there. Did not go, but he'll go to the line for 2. Brown, a 5'11" sophomore. Another player that Coach Michael II of Bluffton will have for 2 more years. And he gets it to kiss the glass, kiss the backboard, and then kiss the net. So the first one goes down. And the second one, little lip out there, and here come the Eagles. They trail it by 10 now. Jamad Rivers from three-point land. It's not going to go, and the rebound comes down to Donovan Raines. And Ramel Rivers will bring it on up.
Forgot to mention during the girls' game with the win earlier in the year, as Rivers knocks that one in. With the win earlier in the year, Bluffton took the series 2-0. Bluffton was a winner on the 25th of the month of January, 46-43, and then a winner 42-30 earlier.
Georgia Southern, Florida and South Carolina residents receive in-state tuition at our campuses in Savannah and Hinesville. Visit georgiasouthern.edu/border states. That's georgiasouthern.edu/border states. Hayward over to Rivers now, and Rivers, if he was a little closer, we know what that would have happened to that ball.
That's right.
Throws it in there and back over to Trey Hayward, who throws it into Desmond Galliard, who will try to go off the backboard. He doesn't get it, and Lee Kirkland pulls down another rebound.
Lee Kirkland really starting to show what I was talking about here in this second quarter, and I think it's a big reason why Bluffton has this lead, and they're starting to extend their gap. They're playing better on the offensive side, getting into the paint, really forcing Beaufort to get inside and play strong, tight defense to try to defend that paint.
So a little bit of a late whistle there. Foul on Desmond Galliard will put Kirkland at the line for 2. Last game out, this Bluffton team only scored 31 points in a 38-31 loss to Colleton River, who has the best record of the 4 teams in this region, which is Colleton County, Beaufort, Bluffton, and Hilton Head. And it appears as though they're easily going to surpass that mark tonight, if not here in the first half. You see on the right side of your screen there, Beaufort coach Will LOWTHER. He's done a wonderful job taking a team that only had 2 wins last year. They have 10 for the season, looking for their 11th tonight. Kirkland not able to convert on either one of those, and here comes Trey Hayward.
Girls head coach Reggie Jones Sr. behind Coach LOWTHER, and Coach Jones has done a great job with the Beaufort Eagles girls.
Nice alley-oop looking pass there to Desmond Galliard. But it appears as though we have a foul away from the ball there. It's going to negate that, and the ball is going to go back to Bluffton. Donovan Raines throws it in. John McCants takes it, and he's going to get tied up on the floor. He's trying to find somewhere to go with it. And Coach Michael Tu of Bluffton calls a timeout. So good call there by the coach.
Jeff Altoff here with Lowcountry Insurance. Let me ask you a couple questions. Do you trust your current insurance agent? Do you even know who your insurance agent is? We are a trusted choice independent insurance agency. We make insurance human. Our expert agents walk you through hand-picked options with language you can understand. We are local and here to help you. Give us a shout, Lowcountry Insurance.
I like Coach Michael Tu's tie. It's a nice tie.
It is a nice tie. I think he wore that.
Trey Hayward does a nice job maneuvering, but there's another example right there. He had a chippy and wasn't able to convert, and Beaufort's going to have to make those. Eric Easton with a long pass to Donovan Raines, who wants to take it. He's going to give it back to Easton, and Easton misses, and we have a foul underneath, and it looks like it's going to be against Bluffton, and Beaufort's going to get the ball back.
Being that he's the Bluffton coach, he must have multiple green ties.
I would bet he probably does.
I would.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Trey Hayward knows that he needs to get Beaufort on the board here for a couple. Let's see what we have here. Another foul away from the ball. And this one's going to go on Desmond Galliard again. Have officials Kyle Boskowski and Eric McClary talking about it out there. And now they've got both coaches at the scorer's table. Maybe they just want to cool things off just a bit. Coach Will Lowther definitely isn't agreeing with what's going on.
He's not happy about something, and now Coach Tu is talking to Lee Kirkland. I think it's getting a little chippy, as you like to say. The physicality might be getting the best of both of these teams at this point. There's a lot, even though both these teams have made the playoffs, the fact that they're so close, you know, there's a lot riding on this game. Bluffton wants to try to win to sweep the series. And obviously Beaufort, after that 2-point loss that you talked about, Chris, back on January 25th, they're going to want to try to split the regular season series.
So a technical foul was called on that. Donovan Raines went there for a freebie, so to speak, and Bluffton will keep the ball. Bluffton leads at 26-14, 1:24 left here in the first half. They won the first meeting 63-61 back on January 25th. Lee Kirkland, the big fella's back in there. Here comes Tyler Rice. He's going to move it around there. Eric Eastham, he was thinking about putting up a biggie. And the ball goes back out to Ramel Rivers. Into Lee Kirkland. Oh, nice pass to Rivers, who's not able to convert.
The second chance opportunities just not quite going down there, but great job of continuing with the possession.
Ball knocked out from behind. Bluffton will keep it. 50.9 seconds left now. Eric Eastham throwing it in. He's going to throw it up top there to Tyler Rice, who gives it up to their quarterback, Ramel Rivers. Over to the left side there. Taken there by Tyler Rice, who throws up an air ball from the left side. And here comes Jamad Rivers. And Trey Hayward's going to go ahead and dish it off to Oliver Holmes, who's going to try his Georgia Southern three-pointer. And boy, the cover's really gone on the basket the last few minutes, Marcus.
It has. It certainly has.
Ramel Rivers fouled by Trey Haywood.
Yeah,
and Hayward is somebody that Beaufort definitely doesn't need to see get into foul trouble.
That's so true. It's definitely getting a little bit chippy and a little physical here.
Don't forget to stick around for the Mike Rickenboss Chevrolet halftime show. Marcus and I will be recapping the first half, and then I'll be interviewing Bluffton Athletic Director Cody Slaughter. There's a lot of stuff going on here. As I was coming in tonight, all kinds of sports were getting done practice. And I heard a lot of clinking going on in the weight room. And none of it was me. I can promise you that.
It wasn't me either. There was some stuff going on before the girls' game earlier today. I think the baseball team was practicing. I saw some guys outside. And so, yeah, baseball right around the corner. Maybe some other sports doing some outside stuff. Beautiful day to have practice outside. There's no doubt about that.
So we have another technical foul called. Ramel Rivers converts on the first, the 5'10 senior, who is widely considered the team leader. As was pretty evident by when they had introductions tonight, it seemed like it was a little louder for Mr. Rivers, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And now Eric Eastham will go to the foul line. Maybe they're just doing practice and everybody gets to shoot foul shots.
Maybe. Although Donovan Raines did get a big ovation as well. Those two definitely the leaders of this Bluffton basketball team.
And Eastham makes the first. Got a little kick step there before he throws it up. And he makes the second nicely. And now Bluffton will get it out over on the side. So Bluffton increases their lead to 14 here now with 15.1 seconds left in the first half. Tyler Rice taking it out. He's going to give it over there to Ramel Rivers, and he's going to just take his time bringing it up here, getting set for one last shot. Good defense there by Brandon Cox. Eric Eastham throws up a long one that hits the suspension cable, which is above the backboard, which is way above the basket.
Did you think you would say a play that involved the suspension cable?
No, not for a while anyway. As we go to halftime, Bluffton leads at 28-14 here on the WHHI Sports Game of the Week. We'll be back with the halftime show, the Mike Rickenboss Chevrolet halftime show, right after these messages.
At Georgia Southern University, we're setting the standard for higher education in Southeast Georgia on 3 exciting campuses in Savannah, Statesboro, and Hinesville. We're offering more opportunities for hands-on learning, more ways to help our students find a career, and more economic impact on our region. At Georgia Southern University, discover more, connect more, be more. Florida and South Carolina residents get in-state tuition at our Armstrong and Liberty campuses.
Be a part of something great. Join the First Federal Bank family. A history of strength and a vision for the future. First Federal Bank is focused on vibrant communities, successful schools, growing businesses, and financial stability. We're honored and grateful to be voted again by the community as the 2018 Beaufort Gazette Reader's Choice Award for Best Bank. And we look forward to continuing to be Beaufort and Port Royal's full-service community bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And we welcome you into the Mike Rickenboss Chevrolet halftime show. I'm Chris Tremblay, joined by Marcus Walsh. Marcus, we knew we were going to have a close one, and we did through one quarter. It was 16-14 after one. Now it's 29-14. Sometimes you see that in a football game, but rarely do you see a team get shut out, especially a team with Beaufort's ability in the second quarter.
Kudos to Lee Kirkland. He did a great job in that second quarter, really commanding the offense inside, making some plays, doing a lot of things. He kind of reminds me a little bit of Kevin Love. He could do some things inside. I haven't seen an outside presence from him yet, but he could do a lot of things inside. He's got that force. He was one of the big keys to Bluffton. And then certainly you talk about Donovan Raines and Ramel Rivers. They had great first halves as well.
And it almost looks as though anytime Bluffton comes down, if they feel like taking their time and setting up and giving Kirkland a chance to establish position underneath and throw him the ball, he's either going to score 2 points or he's going to go to the foul line.
That's right. He's got that ability to do a lot of those things inside, play tough physical basketball, and he's doing it in particularly in the later stages of that first half. Here in this one, it's a big reason why it's a 15-point lead.
What does Beaufort need to do to get back into this one? That's really the golden question right now.
Yeah, it really is. Number one, they need to really limit the turnovers and the fouls. They're just kind of getting out of sync a little bit, and Coach LOWTHER is definitely going to have to talk to them about that. Another thing, they need to try to find somebody other than Hayward to make some plays. I was really impressed with the way Easton played in that second quarter. He's kind of like the Kirkland player for them, able to do a lot of things, kind of versatile, but you got to find somebody other than Ramel Rivers and Easton. You got to get more touches for Raines. It's going to have to be a total team effort and a lot better control of your emotions in that second half.
And you bring up a good point there. Things got just a little bit chippy there late in the first half. But when these two schools meet, whether it be on the gridiron or here on the court, we consistently see that.
And it's probably the same thing on the baseball field, too, on the diamond. There's just a lot of great action from both these teams. These are two of the best teams that I've seen covering basketball in my second year, especially on the guys' side. It's a lot of fun to watch these two teams go back and forth and battle it out. I think we're in for a good second half. Can Beaufort get some momentum back and get control? That is a big question.
Absolutely. Leading scorers in the first half for Bluffton, Ramel Rivers has 9, Lee Kirkland has 7. For Beaufort, Jamad Rivers has 8, but once again, they only have 14 points. We'll see if they can get back into this one. When we come back, we'll have Bluffton High Athletic Director Cody Slaughter right after this. You're watching the Mike Rickenbaugh Chevrolet Halftime Show here on WHHI Sports.
Beam Graphics Printing Company. We specialize in custom printing, screen printing, embroidery, engraving, trophies, team uniforms, business uniforms, signs and banners, and much more. We are conveniently located in the heart of Bluffton at 12 Johnston Way across from the post office. For all your printing needs, call the locals at Beam Graphics, 843-837-9663. You can also check us out online at beamgraphics.com and like us on Facebook for specials and design ideas.
We welcome in Bluffton Athletic Director Cody Slaughter. Thank you for spending a minute with us, Cody.
Sure, no problem.
So what do we have going on here this winter? You know, we got to be pleased with the basketball team. They've made the postseason. What other things do we have going on?
Right now, our wrestling program is getting ready to start their individual preparations for the individual tournament. We're actually hosting that on the 15th and 16th of this month. So that's next weekend. We'll be hosting the lower state wrestling tournament here at Bluffton High School. Our girls just finished up a good season. We don't know exactly yet whether or not we're going to make the playoffs. We'll know more Saturday morning, I believe. So that kind of is where we're at right now. And, of course, all our spring sports just kicking in and starting their practices.
I saw a lot of stuff going on. I heard the weights clinking pretty hard when I came in here tonight. They're getting ready, aren't they?
Yeah, we put a lot of emphasis on our weight room program this year. Our strength coach, Coach Paulmeyer, has pretty much tailored every program for each sport. So that's been made a big impact on our teams this year. So every day you come in here, you're going to hear those weights clanking and being banging around in there. So it's been good for us.
It's been senior night tonight, a big night here. Looked like everybody, you got good support. It's kind of nice to see that, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, our seniors deserve all the support they can get from their peers and teachers and parents and everybody in the community. So we're glad to see a big crowd for them and wish the best for them in their future endeavors.
Cody, thanks so much for spending a little time with us.
No problem. Thank you.
When we come back, we'll have second half action right after this.
Be a part of something great. Join the First Federal Bank family. A history of strength and a vision for the future. First Federal Bank is focused on vibrant communities, successful schools, growing businesses, and financial stability. We're honored and grateful to be voted again by the community as the 2018 Beaufort Gazette Reader's Choice Award for Best Bank, and we look forward to continuing to be Beaufort and Port Royal's full-service community bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Jeff Altoff here with Lowcountry Insurance. Let me ask you a couple questions. Do you trust your current insurance agent? Do you even know who your insurance agent is? We are a trusted choice independent insurance agency. We make insurance human. Our expert agents walk you through hand-picked options with language you can understand. We are local and here to help you. Give us a shout, Lowcountry Insurance.
And as we start the second half here, Beaufort gets the ball. They trail it by 15. And they definitely need to get it on track a little bit, or this one's, it's gotten away from them a little bit.
Yep.
But if they're going to stay in this one, they've got to get some points on the board, and they've got to get the points on the board quick. Ball goes over to Tyler Rice there, who's going to give it on up to the big fella, Lee Kirkland. Gives it on up to Donovan Raines. And it's going to go out to team leader Ramel Rivers, who moves it around quickly. Kirkland throws it into Eric Eastham. And Rivers is going to put up a Georgia Southern three-pointer that just comes off. Nice play there by Beaufort. Let's see who that was. That was Desmond Galliard, who threw it off Lee Kirkland. And Beaufort will get the ball back. Brandon Cox bringing it up now.
With this 15-point deficit and not scoring in the second quarter, if I'm Beaufort, I want to play as methodically but with intensity as I can. They don't want to rush it too much where they get out of sync like they did in that second quarter. Like I said at half, you got to limit the fouls too and limit just the mistakes.
Jamad Rivers with a running one-hander. Nicely done from the right side of the baseline, and that's just what Beaufort needed right there.
That's right.
Lee Kirkland bringing it down now underneath there to Donovan Raines, who had looked like got fouled, but no call on the play, and here comes Jamad Rivers for the Eagles. And Brandon Cox has assumed the, we'll call it quarterbacking duties, so to speak, for Beaufort. Throws it underneath, and Rivers, he wanted to. And Oliver Holmes over there, number 4, he's not going to be shy to put it up. Desmond Galliard, nice look, not able to convert, and those are the shots they need to be able to put down. And Beaufort gets the ball right back on a turnover, and Rivers is going to take it. Desmond Galliard brings it down, and he's able to get it to go. So immediately Beaufort kicks in with the first 4 points of the third quarter, and that's what they needed.
That's a great start. They've got to keep it up, especially on this end.
And that's going to be a walkabout right there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, we're going to have a foul. It looked like Tyler Rice took about too many steps.
Yeah, it looked like he had some boots on, and they were made for walking, because he definitely took a couple of steps there. It looked like to me, too.
We have a timeout. We're going to be back right after this.
At Georgia Southern University, we're setting the standard for higher education in Southeast Georgia on 3 exciting campuses in Savannah, Statesboro, and Hinesville. We're offering more opportunities for hands-on learning, more ways to help our students find a career, and more economic impact on our region. At Georgia Southern University, discover more, connect more, be more. Florida and South Carolina residents get in-state tuition at our Armstrong and Liberty campuses.
We want to remind our viewers that Georgia Southern University has a special for Florida and South Carolina residents. They receive in-state tuition at our campuses in Savannah and Hinesville. Visit georgiasouthern.edu/border states. Nice give and go there to Lee Kirkland, who banks it off the board. And like we talked about at halftime, you almost feel like if he gets the ball underneath, he's going to be able to score at will or at least go to the foul line.
Yeah, he's got that physicality, that build that he can just take it inside. Nice steal.
Donovan Raines picked up the ball, maybe a dribble or two too early. Was a little farther away from the basket than I think he wanted to be. Desmond Galliard now on the baseline. Nice move by Desmond Galliard. He's actually the team's leading rebounder, the 6'2 senior. Comes in averaging about 7 a game. Ramel Rivers for Bluffton wants to slow things up a little bit, get them rotating. And there goes the big fella, Lee Kirkland. Nice move by Kirkland. There it is right there, Marcus.
He's showing what he can do in a big moment against a very good team. He's having himself a great game here tonight.
There's another errant pass right there. Nice anticipation by Eric Eastams, who able to deflect it, and it goes into the hands of Ramel Rivers. Throws it over to Tyler Rice, who throws up a Georgia Southern three-pointer. Brought down there by Lee Kirkland, who throws it back over to Eastham. And Rivers is going to drive the lane and lay it up and in. So nice play there by Ramel Rivers.
That was great ball movement. Ring around the rosy, go outside in, get it to go.
Brandon Cox now at the top of the key. Throws it over to Oliver Holmes, who tries a Georgia Southern three-pointer. Comes up a little short, and the ball's going to go off, and it's going to come back to Bluffton. Mike Rickenbosch Chevrolet. Before you buy, give us a try. That's Mike Rickenbosch Chevrolet. And Bluffton brings it down. Long pass there to Tyler Rice. And Desmond Galliard gets up and says, not today. And Beaufort gets the ball right back.
Desmond Galliard with a great play inside there. Didn't quite get up, but had that length to knock that ball away.
Trey Hayward back in there now. Running the point for Beaufort. Throws it out to Jamad Rivers, who's going to try a Georgia Southern three-pointer. And here comes Ramel Rivers. Nice play underneath by Rivers, and the Bobcats are running now and running well.
That was really well done to put that perfectly on the backboard where it could roll on in from the left side. It looked to me, Chris, like he was just a little bit too far in front of the hoop to go with that left side action on the layup. Beautiful play.
Three-point try now by Tyler Rice from the right side. Can't get it to go. Desmond Galliard comes back the other way. Jamad Rivers thought about it. He's going to take and drive the lane now. Lovely pass underneath there to Galliard. So Jamad Rivers drives the left baseline, goes ahead and gives it up to Galliard for a real nice hoop. Tyler Rice underneath, size advantage there, not able to take advantage of it on the first try, brings it down, and we have a travel. 37-22, 2:40 left in the third quarter here on senior night at the Den on the campus of Bluffton High School. Official Abraham Simon holding onto the ball there, and now he gives it up and the action's back on. As we've mentioned before, both of these teams have qualified for the postseason, trying to get some momentum, find out what's working and what's not working so they know how to prepare. Beaufort a little sloppier than they were the other night. Let's see, we got a blocking foul on Jamad Rivers. Or no, we're gonna have a charge? No, he signaled for a blocking foul. Yeah, and it was a block. And Ramel Rivers will go to the line for two, the 5'10" senior. Universally regarded here as the team leader. And that's something right there that Coach Michael too is going to want to see, is he's going to want to see these foul shots drop as the postseason go, you know, as we come into the postseason, Marcus, because they're always important, needless to say, at the end, and those games all tend to be close.
Yeah,
Rivers misses both of those.
These teams know the tendencies of who they're playing when you get to postseason, so every little detail matters exponentially. Everything increases.
Trey Hayward looking for something underneath. Throws it back out to Jamad Rivers. Rivers is going to try it from way downtown, bang! Jamad Rivers with a three-pointer, a Georgia Southern three-pointer. Cuts the lead to 12. There's a quick try of a shot there by Trey Brown. A nice save right there, back out to Jamad Rivers. Trey Hayward's going to try a Georgia Southern three-pointer, just missed off the rim. And now Beaufort's really going ahead and hustling. Jamad Rivers is going to put another one up. They can't get one to drop, and finally Lee Kirkland gets the ball and kicks it out to Ramel Rivers. And Rivers is going to take it right to the hoop for an easy one. So a nice read by Ramel Rivers, and he immediately gives Bluffton another deuce.
On that possession, they tried to slow Kirkland down. It looked like he got bumped, but didn't matter, and then he gets the rebound on this possession.
Ramel Rivers brings it down, tries it from about 15 feet. And now things are getting going a little quicker.
Rivers just put that shot up too early, Chris. He had another second, I think, to kind of set himself, get a little bit more of an angle towards the hoop to put that up and knock it down, but he just fired it away and it went off the side of the rim, off to the left. Got to slow things down, play a little bit more methodically and within yourself, especially if you're on the Bluffton side of things with the fact that they've got the 14-point lead. You don't have anything to lose right now.
It's been a pretty even third quarter. Bluffton led it 29-14 at the half by shutting Beaufort out in the second quarter. Something you rarely see in men's high school basketball. Jamad Rivers, he's going to take it right to the hoop. Tyler Rice got a piece of it. It's kept alive there by Warren Dickens, and Warren Dickens had a little double dribble. And the Bobcats will get it back now with 22.4 seconds left in the third quarter. Tyler Rice bringing up the left side. They'll be trying for the last shot. Donovan Raines out there with it. Down to 7 seconds now. Throws it over to the corner. Tyler Rice has it, loses it kind of on the way up. And that's the way it's going to end here. So after three, Bluffton leads it 39-25. We'll be back with the fourth quarter right after this.
Elite Physical Therapy has enjoyed being your physical therapy provider for the past 10 years. They focus their attention individually with each and every patient, providing a hands-on approach to accelerate your recovery so you can get back to the active lifestyle to which you're accustomed. At Elite Physical Therapy, you'll be treated by the same licensed physical therapist every session to work towards goals you set together. Take control of your health care and choose the best in physical therapy.
Jeff Altoff here with Lowcountry Insurance. Let me ask you a couple questions. Do you trust your current insurance agent? Do you even know who your insurance agent is? We are a trusted choice independent insurance agency. We make insurance human. Our expert agents walk you through hand-picked options with language you can understand. We are local and here to help you. Give us a shout, Lowcountry Insurance.
And as we get ready to start the fourth quarter here, Bluffton leads it 39-25. Elite Physical Therapy. Be an advocate for your health care. You have a choice. Choose the best. Elite Physical Therapy. Ramel Rivers with the ball now. Over to Donovan Raines. Raines with a nice up and under. Little English with the kiss.
That's right.
That ups their lead to 16 points now. Trey Hayward at the point for Beaufort. He was the MVP of our last game here on WHHI. Tyler Rice had not reestablished himself inbounds and touched it, so the ball will stay with Beaufort. Number 22, John McCants, now in for Bluffton, along with Lee Kirkland, Donovan Raines, Ramel Rivers, and Tyler Rice. Beaufort trying to patiently work it, but the clock is against them now as they're down by as many as they are, and those are the shots they need to make. Desmond Galliard comes up a little long there, and Ramel Rivers is going to take his time. Once again, Bluffton comes into this game with only 8 healthy bodies, so they've been doing some rotating, and as you've seen tonight, when Beaufort is at the foul line, or when they're at the, when Bluffton is shooting foul shots, they put nobody underneath the basket. Ramel Rivers trying to take it, gets it knocked out from behind by Trey Hayward, and here come the Eagles. Hayward, nice pass underneath there to Warren Dickens, who's able to convert, the 6'2" junior. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor. We'll be back right after this.
At Georgia Southern University, we're setting the standard for higher education in Southeast Georgia on 3 exciting campuses in Savannah, Statesboro, and Hinesville. We're offering more opportunities for hands-on learning, more ways to help our students find a career, and more economic impact on our region. At Georgia Southern University, discover more, connect more, be more. Florida and South Carolina residents get in-state tuition at our Armstrong and Liberty campuses.
With 6:36 left in this one, we want to remind our viewers, you hear us say Georgia Southern a lot when they put up a three-point or make a three-point shot. We want to remind you that Florida and South Carolina residents receive in-state tuition at our campuses in Savannah and Hinesville. Visit georgiasouthern.edu/border states. That's georgiasouthern.edu/border states. Nice steal there. Trey Hayward ends up with it. He tries for a Georgia Southern three-pointer, just in and out. They could have really used that one. And let's see who they're going to call this one off of. Ball's going to stay here with Beaufort, even though Ramel Rivers was pleading for it the other way. Referee Kyle Boskowski saw it differently, and the Eagles will keep the ball. And it looks like we're going to have another timeout. So, Marcus, it was close after one quarter, 16-14. Then, unfortunately for Beaufort, they had a scoreless second quarter, and it pretty much puts us where they are with Bluffton up by 14.
Yeah, it really was kind of deflating seeing that second quarter in which they did not score, and it really kind of put them in a really precarious position as far as getting back into this ball game. They've been working at it. They really have tried to get back into it, but as I said at halftime, you've got Eastham, who's done a nice job. You've got Rivers, who's been very good again here tonight, but they needed more playing going on from guys like Galliard. He's made a couple of plays, but you really haven't seen as much, certainly in the second half, from Raines either. It's just been 2 or 3 guys kind of carrying the load. That can get really hard to do when you've got as many guys as Beaufort has. The other thing too, you know, they just played the other night. Maybe they're a little bit banged up, a little bit tired. Like we said, good thing they're in the playoffs in this situation, but things to clean up, things to look at before their first matchup in the playoffs. Unfortunately, they just didn't have enough of it tonight.
Nice take underneath by Oliver Holmes. Puts it up high off the glass, able to have it come down. Now Beaufort's got the full court press working, so to speak, and it looks like Lee Kirkland was fouled. Beaufort has a few to give. They only have 2 so far this half, so Bluffton is far away from the bonus. We have a timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Elite Physical Therapy has enjoyed being your physical therapy provider for the past 10 years. They focus their attention individually with each and every patient, providing a hands-on approach to accelerate your recovery so you can get back to the active lifestyle to which you're accustomed. At Elite Physical Therapy, you'll be treated by the same licensed physical therapist every session. To work towards goals you set together. Take control of your health care and choose the best in physical therapy.
As we get ready to resume play here with just over 6 minutes left in the game. Speaking of injuries, obviously Bluffton, Jaden Chance is out with a broken leg. Jatelvia and Mosley's out with a sprained knee. Maybe they should go to Elite Physical Therapy. Be an advocate for your health care. You have a choice. Choose the best. Elite Physical Therapy.
Kudos to you. You did a great job pronouncing Mosley's first name a heck of a lot better than I did. Sorry, Jatelvia.
Bluffton working it underneath, taking advantage of the size that they have over Beaufort. Eric Eastham comes down with it nice, a little running one-hander from the baseline, comes up empty, goes underneath to Kirkland, who goes up with it, and he gets fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2. Senior night here in the Den, and the student section is alive and kicking. You can't see them because our camera is going at the Beaufort side of things, or over on the Beaufort side of the bleachers, but trust us when we tell you, the student body here at Bluffton is very eager for a victory tonight, very vocal and rooting their Bobcats on.
And as I talked about when Kevin and I were here last year seeing them against May River, this is what they do. That's a tremendous student section.
Lee Kirkland makes 1 out of 2. Eric Eastham almost had himself a steal. Trey Hayward takes it up and underneath, and the ones we saw him do last game against Hilton Head like that were falling have not fallen at all tonight.
You know, I've been thinking that...
Nice play by Hayward as it goes off Rivers' foot, and Beaufort will get the ball back. So they've had some chances here in the second half, Marcus, and they only trail by 13, 5 minutes, just over 5 minutes left in this one.
I've been thinking, I made the reference that I thought that Kirkland's game reminded me a lot of Kevin Love's game. It really isn't, because I haven't seen an outside shot from Kirkland where Kevin Love can do that.
Oh,
certainly.
he can. He's not shy to put it up from 3.
Okay. All right.
No, I'm talking about Kevin Love, not Kirkland.
Right.
No, you're absolutely right. Kevin Love will put it up.
And I was certainly thinking, just seeing him inside a little bit more. He's got more of a game that like Pau Gasol would have. Able to touch it from inside the free throw line, maybe float in a little bit of jumper activity, but he's really aggressive inside, making things happen inside deep in the paint, getting the backboard to work, getting the rim to work, and getting those free throws to go down. He's
that
much
soft
more of a
one on the baseline, you know,
yeah,
always a tough one without using the board.
Yeah, he's much more of a Pau Gasol player than a Kevin Love player.
Trey Hayward now up top. Jamad Rivers, as soon as he gets an opportunity, he's going to put up the three-pointer, but instead it's put up that time by John Ty Murray, and he comes up a little short, and Ramel Rivers is in no hurry to make things happen. Lee Kirkland trying. John Ty Murray will pick up the foul. If you or someone you know is looking for a new or used car, check out Mike Rickenboss Chevrolet. Before you buy, give us a try. That's Mike Rickenboss Chevrolet.
Well, we still have a little bit of time left in this game. Certainly want to thank Gustavo Ratia, Jeremy Pope, AJ Bashista, and the rest of our WHHI crew producing and making these games available to you. It's been a pleasure working with you again this year, Chris. It's been a blast, and we've seen a lot of really good basketball. Should be a great final 4:38 of this one here at the Den.
Well, right back at you, Marcus. They're fun to do, and we've seen some great basketball, and hopefully these teams that we've seen that will be going to the postseason this year will have success and ventures deep into the state tournament. Jamad Rivers almost. Trey Hayward will put it up from way downtown. Comes up empty. Donovan Raines pulls it down and kicks it right out to Ramel Rivers. Rivers thought about throwing it on in there to Donovan Raines. Said they reset it. Tyler Rice out up top. Eric Eastham. Back over to Raines. Then we have a foul on the floor, and now we're getting a little chippy underneath again. Lee Kirkland's keeping the peace. So's Michael too. And the officials are going to have to get into this one, and they're going to tee somebody up.
You're starting to hear that Beaufort crowd get a little bit more rowdy too. It is getting chippy.
If Lee Kirkland told me to sit down, I would.
Michael, too, is not happy at all. He's really giving it to somebody over there on that sideline.
Well, they can't afford to lose anybody.
And that's true. They can't.
This one's still in the balance, albeit it's a 13-point Bluffton lead, but there's 4 minutes just about left in this one. And we've seen stranger things happen.
It's true.
So let's see when they get done their business over there at the scorer's table. They've been getting together over there quite a bit. It almost looks like they're having an encounter group. And you know, with this warm weather, we think of the springtime. We're not that far away from the RBC Heritage presented by Boeing. I know Bob Stevens and I will be at Media Day. Not very far down the road. WHHI will have full coverage from that.
I'll be out there doing the bus checking and all that stuff, so come on out and see me over in Harbor Town and the area. That's a great week. You get to obviously interact with a lot of people, see a lot of great golf if you're out on the course a lot, and everything that WHHI does to go into that tournament, it's outstanding. It's
the second most favorite tournament of the PGA Tour pros that they play every year, as voted by the PGA Tour pros. Steve Wilmot and his crew doing an absolutely outstanding job running that tournament.
Yes, they do.
Every facet of it.
No doubt.
John Farrell, the director of golf of Sea Pines, and his staff make it so everybody that shows up there, players and patrons alike, feel very welcome and have a great experience.
Number one has to be the Masters, right?
Number one would be the Masters, you betcha. So 2 weeks in a row, they get two of the greatest stops on tour, no doubt about it. Augusta National and Harbor Town Golf Links.
And they're both with the great Jim Nance and Nick Faldo.
You bet. Ramel Rivers out top now. Bluffton leads it by 13. Things have slowed down from a scoring standpoint a little bit for both teams. Ramel River over to Trey Brown. Trey Brown throws up a deuce. So Trey with the deuce.
Go figure.
But there's still time left. Trey could have a tray.
That's true.
Ball moved around the top there. From the corner is John Ty Murray, who comes up a little bit off there. Trey Brown brings it down. And Tyler Rice has it, and he kicks it back to Ramel Rivers. Back over to Tyler Rice, who tries an underneath pass there to Lee Kirkland underneath, but he stepped on the baseline, and that ball is going to go back to Beaufort. Trey Hayward with the ball there. He was the MVP of our last game that we covered with Hilton Head. He had 18 points in that one and really took control of that game and quarterbacked the team very, very well. They won that one by 6, 65-59. He's going to throw one up from behind the arc, not able to convert. Ball brought down there by Tyler Rice. Jamad Rivers tried to get his hands on it, wasn't able to do so. Trey Brown gets it, but now we've got a steal right there by Oliver Holmes, who lays it up and in. So nice play by Oliver Holmes, and he gets Beaufort back to a 13-point deficit with 2 minutes left.
You know, a big key in the second half, Chris, Beaufort has cut down on the fouls. They're only down 13.
Right underneath to Lee Kirkland, and another nice lay-in by the big fella. Nice touch inside he has.
Yeah, they're down 15 now, and if you take away that second quarter where they got shut out, they could be right back in this ballgame.
Steal there, and here comes Ramel Rivers. He's going to give it out to Tyler Rice, who's not able to convert. Bluffton will keep the ball. 1:28 left in this one. They lead it by 15, 46-31. Nice pass underneath there to Trey Brown. Rejected. Here comes Jamad Rivers, and he's going to put it in to cut the lead to 11.
You could put that ball in the oven because it just got stuffed.
It did. Will Lowther's going to take a timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Beam Graphics Printing Company. We specialize in custom printing, screen printing, embroidery, engraving, trophies, team uniforms, business uniforms, signs and banners, and much more. We are conveniently located in the heart of Bluffton at 12 Johnston Way across from the post office. For all your printing needs, call the locals at Beam Graphics, 843-837-9663. You can also check us out online at beamgraphics.com and like us on Facebook for specials and design ideas.
As we resume, Bluffton leads it 46-33, 1:18 left in this one. It was close after the first quarter. Bluffton opened it up by holding Beaufort scoreless in the second quarter. With the exception of the scoreless second quarter, it's been a pretty even ball game.
No doubt about it.
Both teams looking really good at times, and at times both teams missing some that they probably should have made. And things have gotten a little heated at times, which you always find when these two teams meet, and almost it doesn't matter what sport it is. But the officials have done a wonderful job of keeping things under control.
Yep. These fans have done a great job too. Both sides supporting their teams, being into the game, but being very respectful of the opposition and of everybody, which is a big key to these events.
Second time these two teams have met. Bluffton won 63-61 back on January 25th. Trey Hayward kicks it out to Jamad Rivers, who throws one up from way downtown, does not go. Ramel Rivers will bring it up, probably looking to take a little time off the clock now, and Lee Kirkland has it, and he's immediately fouled. And immediately he's told by referee Eric McClary, just go to the foul line. We don't need to go ahead and say or do anything anymore. Just go there. We're going to give you a shot. You're in the bonus. Kirkland now with a 1-and-1. And he makes the first one. This half, Beaufort has 7 fouls. Bluffton has 4. So Bluffton has a few to give. They lead it by 14 now with 1:02 left. And Kirkland converts on the second. Hayward getting it down as quickly as possible now. A long three right there that gets nothing but air from Oliver Holmes. Jamad Rivers going to take it and drive underneath. Lays it up and in, so a nice take by Rivers. And Coach Will Lowther takes what is believed to probably be his last time out here. And we're going to stick around, and like you said, we have a lot of people to thank for these productions that we put on, and none more than the production staff who get here early and set things up for us.
Yep.
And then have to break everything down at the end, so you and I can just kind of waltz in, do our thing, and then waltz out.
That's right. We look and sound good or great because of our staff.
Gustavo, Jeremy, AJ, they all do a terrific job.
Yes.
And the production of these telecasts are certainly excellent, because I hear it from people all the time that say they really enjoy watching these games. They say it's just like they're watching a college game on CBS or NBC or one of the big networks.
You know, we talk about with athletics the fact that it starts, really any program, it starts from the top down. That's exactly what WHHI is and what it means. You know, I've mentioned Wayne Morris, Latia Nelson, our sales team. Certainly we couldn't do it without CEO John Byrne and COO, I believe he is Dave Stribling. Those guys are great at what they do to help make the station run. And it's really a pleasure to be able to give you folks all the great programming that we do on a daily basis throughout the year. It's
Trey Hayward now takes it up top. Kicks it on over. Jamad Rivers with a Georgia Southern three-pointer that comes up a little short. Hayward will put up a three-pointer. And good enough, a Georgia Southern three-pointer out of Trey Hayward. So Beaufort, they don't want to go away. They're down 48-38. 34 seconds left in this one. We got a timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Hilton Head PSD offers convenient and secure online billing. Just have your PSD bill handy and click on the online bill payment button at WHHITV.com. You'll be guided through the steps to establish your online billing account. Their payment options allow you to set up recurring credit card payments, you can view your consumption history, and more. Remember to have your PSD bill handy when you visit WHHPSD.com to get started. Hilton Head PSD, we're always working for you.
We welcome you back in. 34 seconds left in this one. Bluffton leads at 48-38 from the Den here on senior night at Bluffton High School. Lee Kirkland starts it up court. Fouled by Oliver Holmes, and he's going to go to the foul line again. And he's probably not the person that Beaufort wants at the foul line.
No, I would say not.
We can see the bottom right of our screen there some of the enthusiastic Bluffton students that have been cheering hard for their team here on senior night all night.
They've been great.
Kirkland connects on another. Lee Kirkland, I believe, also plays tight end in football and does some kicking duties. That one goes off the front left of the rim. Trey Hayward throws up a long one now as the clock's starting to run down. Kirkland with another rebound. Immediately he's fouled there by John Ty Murray. And he'll walk back down to the other end of the court and do some more foul shooting.
You don't see very many tight ends that kick.
Well, he does. He punts, I believe. If I remember correctly, he also punts.
Wonder if Rob Gronkowski should try that.
No, he just needs to go ahead and keep catching those balls from Brady and letting the New England Patriots keep getting more rings.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Kirkland connects on the first one. Yeah, Gronk said he was going to give it a few weeks before he decides if he's coming back or not.
Part of me's thinking that he may hang him up, but
he very well might. If he does, something tells me we're going to see him in movies.
I think so.
The Gronkinator. Something like that.
There you go.
Lee Kirkland makes another one now, ups the Bluffton lead to 13 with about 20 seconds left in this one. Jamad Rivers takes it and buries the Georgia Southern three-pointer. Immediately Trey Hayward's fouled. Or I'm sorry, immediately Ramel Rivers is fouled.
You know, I could see Gronk in something like Iron Man, where he's got to wear a bunch of material, mask,
They'd need a big outfit for him.
That's true, they would.
So Ramel Rivers now. Number 15, Cameron Collins, the 5'9" junior, is in for Bluffton. His father, Michael, is the golf professional at Palmetto Hall Golf Club on Hilton Head.
You learn something new every day when you watch WHHI,
something new
folks.
Every day. We try to keep our listeners informed.
That's right.
Okay, we've got a little discussion going on out there at the foul line. Ramel Rivers coming back over. He's going to try it again. Getting a little laugh out of him now as he and Desmond Galliard are talking about something. And as we talked about, Coach Michael, too, is going to want to see them work on the foul shots a little bit because they're going to need to go down in the postseason.
Yep.
Under 10 seconds now. Donovan Raines pulls it in. He's just going to pass it off there to Cameron Collins, who throws one up. Oh, and almost buried it from outside. So a nice effort by Cameron Collins as the buzzer goes off. But here on senior night from the Den, the Bluffton Bobcats sweep the senior series with the Beaufort Eagles with a 51-41 victory here tonight. Stick around for the post-game show and MVP presentation right after this.
When I hear people tell me that they're more comfortable doing work with Superior Heating and Air, it reminds me. We built this business around being invited into people's homes to find a solution. It takes a special team to earn that kind of invitation. We had our choice of the best, and our clients will tell you we made the right choice. Our team works even better when we get acquainted to your home, your family, and your environment before a heating or cooling problem occurs. So make the superior choice and call Superior Heating and Air now.
And we welcome you into the post-game show from the Den. Bluffton wins the season series with Beaufort with a 51-41 victory tonight. Coach, it was close after one, but you held them scoreless in the second quarter.
You know, I did not realize that. I guess I get caught up so much in the things that we're doing wrong. I guess I should enjoy the things we're doing right occasionally, but, you know, that's coaches.
We head into the postseason. We saw a lot of good things tonight. What did you really like that you saw?
Well, we kept battling. That's been our moniker all year. We haven't given up, even with having some of our brothers go down with injuries and what have you. These guys have kept fighting, kept clawing, and I'm happy for these guys because we just equaled our win record for last year, and now it's on time to go on and win another.
You finished at 15-7. You had only 8 warm bodies for tonight. Nobody got hurt, right? Everybody's still good? We didn't get anybody hurt tonight. Maybe Ramel, drink more water, okay? Coach, you finished at 15-7. Like I said, you're going into the postseason. How do you feel about it deep down inside? Come on, let us know.
Well, it's awesome. The thing we talked about before we came out tonight was I did not want tonight to be the last game that the seniors played in this building. So they get one more in here next Wednesday, and that's awesome.
That's what you're looking for. Leading scorers for tonight for Beaufort. Jamad Rivers has 24. Oliver Holmes has 9. For Bluffton, Ramel Rivers has 15. And our game MVP tonight, Lee Kirkland, who many of you remember from watching him out on the football field this year. He finishes with 18 points. My hand's kind of full, Lee, so I'm just going to give that to you. Now I can do that. Congratulations. It's been a season where the team has been up and down. You've had faces come and go. What are your feelings now heading into the postseason? Because that's what it's all about.
Still pretty confident because us as a team, we are together and we don't get mad at each other. We're just one big team.
No room to get mad at each other. It seemed throughout most of the game tonight, once you established position down low and they were going to get you the ball, you were able to pretty much turn and square up and score or end up at the foul line. Did you feel like once you got it underneath, you were pretty much just going to go ahead and turn and take it right to the hole?
Oh, yeah, that's what I came into the game thinking I was going to do, and that's what I ended up doing.
You did a great job of that. Anything you want to say to your teammates here as we head into the postseason?
Go Cats.
Go Bobcats. Well, they certainly turned it on tonight. Once again, they held Beaufort scoreless in the second quarter. We hope you enjoyed the game, and we thank you for being with us. For Marcus Walsh, I'm Chris Tremblay. We'll see you next time right here on WHHI Sports.